That breaking news comes after a Des Moines police officer is in serious but stable condition after being shot early this morning. We have KCCI's Jody Long, Alyssa Gomez, and Bo Bowman out live following this story. We begin with Jody, who is at the scene. And Jody, you are learning new information in this investigation.
Yeah, hi, Laura. Just less than an hour ago, Des Moines police provided us an update. We've learned that the officer's conditions are improving this afternoon. That's a good thing. He's in stable condition and expected to be okay. But we're also learning that police believe that the officer injured was actually injured by friendly fire, meaning a fellow officer likely injured him, not the suspect. Now, this all began when officers were called to a domestic disturbance at a home in the 5800 block of Southeast 36th Circle. A woman called police saying her ex-partner was violating a no contact order. And from there, this turned into a police pursuit followed by a shootout. Now we're hearing the call officers made to dispatch that were on the scene as the shooting happened. Let's take a listen.
Shots fired, shots. Are you hit?
4300 block of East Army Post. We got an officer hit in the chest. 4300 block of East Army Post.
131 to the ambulance. Hurry up. He's bleeding.
Copy, sir. We've got him started.
Once again, we're learning police believe the officer was injured by friendly fire, not by the suspect. Now, police say this is very rare. Police are also saying that this type of incident will take a while for the investigation to be completed to gather all that evidence.
As he's running, he stops, turns, faces the officers, produces a handgun, and initially points it towards his own head. But it suddenly, almost just a matter of seconds, he transitions from that to a two-fisted pointing right at the officers. Both officers did fire their weapons, and one of the officers was hit, and the suspect was also hit. The suspect died at the scene. The officer was transported to the hospital. Right now, he's in serious but stable condition. He's going to recover. The second officer is at home. As the investigation has progressed on, with the DCI taking the lead on that, what we're learning now is it appears that the officer who was injured was actually hit by gunfire from the second officer. That it wasn't from the suspect, but there's still a lot of work to be done. But that's what we're looking at right now. And when you watch the video, the officer who's injured actually kind of bends forward, turns around, says I'm hit, says I've been hit, shot in the chest, and then that's when the officers start giving first aid to him.
Now, Des Moines police also telling us that the police officers responding to this were wearing body cameras. They will not be releasing the footage from those cameras at this moment in time. Meantime, the scene here at East Army Post Road and Southeast 45th Street still closed at this hour. But for now, we want to head over to KCCI's Alyssa Gomez, who is live outside Unity Hospital where that injured officer is receiving treatment. Alyssa, we are told that this officer's conditions keep improving by the hour.
That's right, Jody. Some good news. We're finally hearing that officer is in serious but stable condition, that he's improving, he's awake, he's talking to other officers. We don't yet have a name of that officer, but we do know that he's a 37-year-old police officer, has been with the Des Moines Police Department for about 4 years now. Now, as you heard on that dispatch audio, that officer was shot in the chest this morning. When he was shot, he was wearing protective gear that includes a bulletproof vest, but that was still a very serious injury. Des Moines police say he was taken to a local area hospital. They have still not confirmed yet which hospital, but when we showed up at Unity Point earlier today, there were several Des Moines police squad cars parked outside in front of the emergency room. And you heard that update from Sergeant Paul Parizek, but we spoke to him earlier this morning in the early hours following that shooting. He says that just like those squad cars parked outside of the hospital, when the Des Moines police officers heard that one of their own was shot, they showed up in droves this morning. Take a listen.
Well, when something like this happens, everybody in the city comes. You know, I mean, those of us who are at home are getting dressed and coming out. Every cop on the street that wasn't doing something that was an emergency came down here. You know, that's what the response you get, and that's the response we would expect. You know, I mean, this is somebody that we know, we love, and we care about. And again, you know, he's standing in between you and danger, and this is what happened.
Sergeant Paul Parizek calls that officer and his partner heroes, and we're certainly wishing that officer a speedy recovery. Live in Des Moines, Alyssa Gomez, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
Alyssa, thank you. Sergeant Paul Parizek in the press conference earlier this afternoon said that officer up talking and already asking when he can return to work. Let's head over to Bo Bowman, who is now live at the house where this call initially came in at. Bo, what can you tell us about the moments leading up to the shooting?
Well, Jody, it all started here at Southeast 35th Circle, it's in the Easter Lake neighborhood, just on the southeast corner of the city. Officers were called here for a person violating a no contact order at about 3:30 this morning. About 20 minutes later, officers found the suspect in his car and began to chase after him. 5 minutes after that, police say the suspect drove his car off the road and then got out, and that's when the gunfire went back and forth. Now, we spoke with a few neighbors here in this on this street who say that this isn't the first time officers have been called to this to the house. In fact, they say just last night at around 5:30 there were officers called here for a similar incident. We're going to continue to dig into that and have more details coming out at 4, 5, and 6 tonight. Jody?
Bo, thank you. Now, this is a story that we will continue to cover all day long, so stick with KCCI on air and online for the very latest details. But for now, Laura, we will send it back to you in studio.
Jody, thank you, and to all of our live crews out there reporting this very important story. KCCI has been following this shooting since early this morning. As we said, be sure to download our mobile app and turn on breaking news notifications to stay up to date on the very latest developments.